got Amanda Ribas facing off against Angela Hill. Amanda Ribas opens up as a minus 175 favorite with a comeback of plus 150 for Angela Hill. Now, what we need to take into consideration is this first and foremost, AJ. We have a BJJ ace, there we go. Let's put that thing back. We got a BJJ ace. We got a BJJ black belt in Amanda Ribas, who took a very vicious loss to Marina Rodriguez via knockout in the second round in her last bout. But in all honesty, if we look at how the first round went, it could have been a very long night for Rodriguez had she not gotten her out of there, man. So I need to ask you this, AJ. Give me some takes before we talk about Angela Hill. I want to just take on Amanda Ribas first and foremost. What did you take out of that last performance? Is that simply just a little slip up, or do you think that was an exposure of who she is truly as an athlete?
I mean, it definitely exposed her a little bit. I think it more highlighted the fact that Rodriguez can actually capitalize on mistakes, because it wasn't that big of a hole, man. She just caught her with a couple solid number twos down the pipe. Now, the big thing about Ribas that I took away, man, she was winning that fight until she wasn't. It just took a couple, like I said, a couple quick shots. Bap, you get caught twice. Well, you get caught once and basically get put out, and then you get caught again because you were already out on your feet. But still, the hole was there, and Rodriguez saw it and literally shot the same shot twice and literally caught her. It was a very more impressive that Rodriguez was able to maintain calmness for me instead of Ribas was exposed. Because, man, what I learned basically from that fight is I was a fan of Ribas now, man. She was after she was KO, talking to the doctor, just smiling, happy as could be. That warmed my heart. I was like, girl, even though you got KO'd, you still took it like a champ. You got a fan in me. What was one big takeaway for you, Derek?
I'd have to say that Amanda Ribas is as legit as they come on the ground, man. Like, legitimately, the way that she was dominating Marina Rodriguez, all she needed to do, she was on top basically in full guard for like 3+ minutes of control time. And striking, there's a lot to, be desired there still. But at the end of the day, man, if she gets you on the ground, it's very Mackenzie Dern-esque, man. And to see it happen against Marina Rodriguez isn't super surprising, but it spoke large to me. It spoke volumes. And the reason why is because her opponent in Angela Hill is very, very similar to that same exact fight that she fought, man. So Marina Rodriguez is a kickboxer, but she came up as a Muay Thai practitioner. Angela Hill is absolutely a Muay Thai practitioner. She was 12-0 as a Muay Thai amateur, 2-0 as a professional. She's the former Invicta strawweight champion. She has 6 consecutive fights in the least time in UFC history. Did you know this, AJ? 337 days, 6 fights. That's just pretty impressive, because she took her approach from saying, this is the fight game. No, this is my job. I'm punching in whenever I can. I'm trying to get a little overtime. Let's make it happen. So let's break it down for a second, AJ. So my thought process is this, man. Amanda Ribas ranked at number 11. Angela Hill's clearly ranked at number 12, but we have a big gap in terms of age, right? Ribas is 27. Angela Hill has to make it count right now, right? 36 years old. This is my thought process here, AJ. We know Amanda Ribas is going for the takedown. We know Amanda Ribas is going to basically take the same exact strategy against Marina Rodriguez. But my question is she more motivated this time to not even mess around with the striking, not even pretend that she's a striker, and instead say, no, I'm going to Mackenzie Dern you. I'm going to dominate you on the ground. Do you think that's the approach? And second part to this question, Angela Hill, man, I feel like the culmination of her experience, she's fought everybody there is to fight in the women's strawweight division. Everybody, right? The culmination of all of that experience, I think, lends to this performance on Saturday night. I think that all of that experience is going to come in handy, because she's going to finally be able to put it all together and advance up these rankings, which she's been trying to do for years now. So just give me your thoughts, AJ.
I mean, you hit both X factors right on the head. If Angela Hill wants a win, she's going to have to put Ribas out early. She's going to have to, like you said, culminate all the lessons she's learned from, and she has a very short career, but a very short MMA career. Her Muay Thai is a lot more advanced, but still very short in the game. And like you said, very old, needs to make it last. But she needs to end this fight early, like Rodriguez did in Amanda Ribas' last fight. And with Amanda Ribas, she needs to take her down, grind her out, make it a dirty fight, get a TKO or a decision win, and really make it long and dirty. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Derek. They have very distinct ways of winning, and both very exciting, but man, it's gonna be interesting to see which one actually is able to take advantage of the control aspect. Because if you let Angela Hill just dance around on the outside and piece you up, it's gonna be a long night.
I anticipate Amanda Ribas pressing Angela Hill the same way that she pressed Marina Rodriguez, right? We always talk about it. I love these Brazilian fighters that are real deal grapplers because they could walk forward with, little regard, you know what I mean? Just say, hey, take me down. That's fine. It's where I want to be anyways. Now, Angela Hill has noted in her pre-fight pressers that she's been working a lot on her judo, right? We have to point out that Amanda Ribas is not just a black belt in BJJ. She's also a black belt in judo. She's a real deal judoka. So she's always looking for that head and arm throw. We know that's going to be there. That means that Angela Hill needs to master that mid-range that she stays at. Not far enough where Amanda Ribas could throw some kicks and throw some big strikes out the, out the gate on her like that, and not close enough where she can grab her. But if Angela Hill does need to get the victory, I agree with you, AJ. It does have to be through a finish. And she even noted she had the opportunity to finish her last opponent, Ashley Yoder, which was a rematch. She won that twice, right? She had the opportunity to finish, but she didn't. She's tired of split decision losses. She has 2 split decision losses in her last 5, once against Claudia Gadelha and one against one of the main event fighters in Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson, right? So, yeah, I honestly believe that Angela Hill, she just got to press forward, walk forward, and cardio, man. 3 rounds of nonstop pace. So just give me one last take on here before we give me your picks, man. What is one thing that Amanda Ribas can do that isn't in the submission, game, isn't in the straight grappling game that can be effective against Angela Hill? Or do you think she has nothing to offer on the feet?
No, it's I do think she has a lot to offer. Not necessarily from distance, a little bit in that mid-range, but I think the clinch game is actually going to be surprising. I think Amanda Ribas being shorter is going to be able to control a lot better in the clinch than Hill. They're both 5'3", if I'm not mistaken, but still, I think Amanda Ribas has just a little bit more like little girl fight in her, like you know what I'm saying, on the inside, whereas
Sure.
Angela Hill kind of maintains that outside pressure and can. One thing I noted with Hill, man, her boxing is improving leaps and bounds, and her aggression is there. So if she can actually walk down Ribas, that's going to be surprising for me. But if Ribas is going to win this, man, and that's who I'm going with. I'll let you know my pick right now. I'm going with Amanda Ribas by decision. I think she's going to grind it out, get that win. But Angela Hill, don't count her out, man. She can knock her out.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thought process. I'm going the opposite, right? I'm going Angela Hill, and I'm going a victory by decision on this one. I think Amanda Ribas is going to be tough to get out of there because anytime she gets pieced up on the feet, I'm sure she's just going to go straight for the takedown, right? So hopefully Angela Hill can avoid that. But we already saw in Angela Hill's fight against Michelle Watterson that as the rounds progress, that's when the takedown is there, as you start getting tired. But I really, truly believe that this is going to be the true culmination of all of those experiences, all the tough losses, all the very, very close fights that she's had over the years. Now is the time to storm up the rankings. If you're Angela Hill, you are overkill. You have to go overkill mode. Leave it all in the cage. And if she does, I really do anticipate seeing a unanimous decision victory. Not a split, a unanimous decision victory for Angela Overkill Hill.